All right, guys, thanks for jumping on. It's about 1 minute until the hour. We're going to get cranking here in just a minute. I think there were some people that still have the old link for Zoom. And so hopefully Paul's in there letting everybody know that we are on Teams. I think this is Teams. I hate Teams. Um, but I don't make the decisions on how we do this. So Teams it is for now. So we'll get another minute for people to switch over, and then we'll just get cracking. We've got some awesome things we're going to be talking about today. A lot of the things that we work on are big, heavy projects that take a long time. And so some of those big things that we've been working on for a while are finally coming to fruition. So we're very excited to tell you about what we have going on. Also, a cool promo that we're going to be talking about today in anticipation of new things that we're launching. It's time to let the world know. And so we're going to do it in kind of a fun way. So we'll get cracking on that in just 1 second. So we'll start up here in about 1 minute. I'll just keep my camera on here while I do a few other things. Hold on, let's see here. All right. Let's give a few more minutes for people to merge over. We're looking forward to the day when we do a community update and there's a few thousand people on. So if you add up all the people that have bought nodes, it's several thousand people, different people, are node owners or are token owners or customers of our products. And I think it'll once the token starts to have value and people go, oh, hey, look what I have. I think we'll get a little more interest from people, but we appreciate you guys who jump on here, who allow us to give you these bi-monthly updates. Again, the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of every month, we're going to be on here giving you guys an update about what we're doing. And because there's a decent amount of time between each update, we hope that each of those updates are a little bit more impactful, have a lot more information. In the past, when we did them weekly, like I said before, a lot of the products that we're working on take time. And so giving an update 1 week and then giving an update the next Wednesday, and maybe in some instances, all we did was, you know, keep advancing the products that we're working on. But hopefully now, as we're spreading out our updates a little bit more, it becomes a little bit more interesting, and there's a lot more that we can report when we do these bi-weekly updates. So it's 2 minutes after the hour. We're going to go ahead and just get it kicked off. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Like I said, we hope if you guys know other members of the community, encourage them to come on these calls. When we give these updates, it's so that we can let the blockchain community know what Element United, the company, is up to. And some of this pertains to you guys. You guys are hosting and you own the blockchain that a lot of the products that we're talking about are hosted on. And so some of this information is good for you guys to have. So spread the word. Let's get a lot of people out on these update calls. And so, as always, hold on, we go through our disclaimers, and it's becoming more and more important for us to make sure that we talk about our disclaimers and we let everybody know these aren't securities. We don't make earnings claims. We don't, we're not promising you guys are going to be millionaires tomorrow morning for buying a node. And so obviously screenshot these disclaimers, make sure you guys know them and that you're familiar with them. The last couple weeks, what we've been doing is kind of giving an overview of what we're working on for 2025. We have a lot of big plans. All of these big plans are already in the works and have been in the works for quite a long time. And so we're going to pick a couple things that we're working on. Maybe 1 week we make some big progress in one area and we'll report and talk about that. So as you guys know, we have multiple products and we're working on one of the bigger things isn't even on this list, which is the tokenization of in-ground assets. We get approached monthly by big mining owners of mines that say, hey, can I keep the gold in the ground and you guys create a token to represent the value in the ground? We have been working on that for quite a long time, that structure. Obviously, it's There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of legal, there's a lot of regulatory things that go into that type of product. But just so that you know, we are working on that. And some of the updates that will be coming down the pipeline over the next few months will be big announcements talking about that part of this company, about how the blockchain, which you guys run, which you guys vote on, is going to be hosting multiple tokens, multiple projects as we go out and we make these tokenized version of in-ground assets, whether it's gold, oil, you name it. If it's in the ground, it can be tokenized. And the Element blockchain, we're aiming to be the preeminent blockchain where the world looks to come in and tokenize in-ground assets. So that's a whole nother thing that we don't even really talk about, and which we're not going to talk about today, but just understand that that is coming. What we're going to talk about today is something that we've been working on for quite a while. As you guys know, one of the big initiatives that we have is offset. Again, if you look in the top row over to the right, offset by Element United. Offset is our big initiative to get into the carbon credit world. The carbon credit world is a multi-billion dollar on its way to being a multi-trillion dollar industry by some estimates by 2030, by 2035. We are jumping feet first into the carbon credit world because it's right up our alley. It's what we do. So many of the carbon credits can be produced on old mines, on existing mines, on mines that are about to start production. And the blockchain is the perfect help meet, I guess, for the carbon credit industry, for all the things the blockchain does. Putting carbon credits on chain is a natural process. It's the perfect technology for the carbon credit world. And so, what we want to talk about today is, obviously, as you guys know, we've entered into an agreement with Treefera out of the United Kingdom. The agreement is encompassing between our blockchain, Element United, and the Grow blockchain. And so this partnership has been developing. We've been hiring. We've been doing a ton of work. They have doubled their staff since we signed this agreement with them. And Treefera has been doing fantastic with the accumulation of data and working with people who are producing carbon credits. And as you know, for some of you guys that are familiar with Grow, they had an announcement a couple months ago to where they did their first mint of carbon credit projects, and they sold, I think, $1 million worth of carbon credits to Nestle, and it was on chain. It was on the Grow chain. Well, this partnership with Treefera, with the mining relationships, in my opinion, there are so many incredible opportunities in the mining world to not only create a carbon credit in the mining world, like create it using biochar, whatever methodology we use to create the carbon credit, but the customer base within the mining world, within the equipment world, within people that supply equipment to mining companies, there's a big desire for those types of companies to buy carbon credits that were created off of mines. And so we are announcing today that we are minting the first 43,000 carbon credits on the Element chain for a project up in Canada. And there's just a little bit of information there on the right about this project. We aren't giving you a ton of information just yet because these carbon credits haven't been minted, but our first project will be live within the next 7 to 10 days. And this is huge for us. Now, why is this big, and why should you care as a member of the Element blockchain? All these carbon credits will be on chain. The nodes that you guys are running, they have things to do now. They'll be working and verifying all these carbon credits that are on chain now. But the big thing is, how will the carbon credits be purchased? And you should all know the answer to that. When we talk about the ELMT token and the token utility, our goal is to make sure that there's utility for the token. So when these carbon credits, these 43,000 carbon credits, go on sale, and a lot of the customers are already in place, but that transaction happens with the ELMT token. So if they don't already have tokens, they go into the marketplace, they buy up a whole bunch of tokens so that then they can come to us and purchase those carbon credits. And so all these transactions. Now, the exciting news about this is one project. there are thousands of potential projects for us, and there are thousands of potential customers for us. And so this is big for us because this project has been in the works for 18 months. It has been vetted and verified, and all the time and effort that's gone into this has taken 18 months. So sometimes the community, they say, "Hey, what have you guys been doing? I haven't seen many announcements." The things that we're working on are long term. The things that we want Element to be good for are big projects where the token has to be used to buy gold and silver, to buy carbon credits, to where most blockchain projects out there, they go out there and they pump it and they do a bunch of hype. They get a bunch of influencers to to make that token go up, and then it crashes and it's done. It's called a rug pull. And there are thousands of projects out there that do that. What we are trying to make sure you know is what the Element blockchain is. Element United, the company, is creating products that are solving problems and to where that token has actual utility. We want this project to be around for 30 years. We want this token to have the highest absolute value, even though we don't control that, the market does. But if all of the products that we create have token utility and have to be purchased with the Element token, then things happen that are usually good with the token. Again, we don't make earnings claims and we're not telling you guys are going to get rich, but this carbon credit project is going to be fantastic, and it is the first of many, many projects that will be minted on the Element blockchain. So, big round of applause to everybody that's worked on this. This is fantastic for us. We're anticipating that these carbon credits will sell for about 25, starting at about $25 a piece. We may seek a higher price because, again, a tokenized carbon credit has more value. And I'm getting questions in as we go. So if I pause and look at my phone, just know that I'm trying to get questions that may be answered live while we go here. And so anyway, this is great news for us, the Element blockchain. Again, these carbon credit projects, they can take between 1 and 2 years or longer, depending on their size and complexity. And so I had Paul did up this graphic of how it works, how the offset life cycle, how it works. But we just want you guys to know that we are off and running. These will be minted soon. Many, many more projects are following. We've been working with mining projects all over the world. We've been working with carbon credit folks, and we just hired a fantastic person within this ecosystem to help us to vet and verify, audit carbon credit projects. He's now in-house with us, and he'll be doing these projects for Grow and for Element. So this, again, is going to be a huge focus for us. I think, when I look at the revenue generating potential for Element United, carbon credits are where it's at. There's the potential for millions and millions of dollars in revenue to come from these carbon credits. And again, the hope is that all these projects, every carbon credit project has to use the Element token. Okay. So between that and between what we're doing on the gold side, to where you can now use ELMT to purchase gold, we think there's a ton of utility. So the next part of this update is to talk a little bit about using ELMT to buy gold and silver. So the way that we're starting that is, obviously, it's right off of our website. When you go to elmt.store, you can I won't reveal that just yet. When you go to elmt.store, you can use the Element token that you guys have been mining with your nodes, and you can take that ELMT and you can exchange it for gold and silver, and you can do that right now. Now, you guys know that, but the world doesn't know that. So we want to get the word out, and we figured the best way to get the word out is to do something fun. So here's what we're going to do. Starting Friday, we may bump it to Monday. Here's what we're going to do. In recognition of the ability to use ELMT for gold and silver, we are doing a giveaway. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away 1 gold and 10 silver coins to one person. And here's how you enter. It's very simple. All you have to do is guess what the price of an ounce of gold will be at a specific time. We're gonna push this into March, so we have time to grow this. And we may increase the prize, right? We may make it 3 gold coins and 20 over time. But for now, we're starting with 1 gold coin, 10 silver coins, and if you can enter by doing the following. So when you see the post, you are going to make your guess in the comment section, but your guess doesn't count unless you've tagged two people. So when you tag two people, then you earn the ability to submit your answer. And so you just have to guess what an ounce of gold value will be at a specific time. It'll be like March, 14th or something like that. We're still working on the details. And then at a specific time on March 14th, we're going to find out exactly, boom, at midnight, whatever the price of gold is. And then we go through all the comments and we see who won. Now, there might be multiple winners, and then we'll do a separate drawing. But making people tag two people allows us to go really viral. So I had a family member do one of these. He gave away a Tesla. And he said, guess the price of Tesla stock. And if you guess it right, we'll give you this Tesla. And he did. And he had, I think, 100,000 submissions, right? It was crazy. And so it grew. So we figured, hey, look, we're the gold and silver guys. We're the ethical mining guys. Let's give away some gold and silver to somebody who guesses the price. But the way that this grows is they have to tag two people. And then those two people tag two people, those two people tag two people. We're hoping tens of thousands of people submit a guess to win this gold and silver. And that gives us a broad audience to let them know, hey, you want to buy some gold and silver? Go into here, buy some element tokens, come to elmt.store, buy your gold and silver, and then we're going to give you a rebate in element tokens of 5%. So we're about to let the world know that the cheapest place to buy gold and silver, probably on Earth, is elmt.store using the element token, because you're going to get a rebate. And now this gives us the ability to talk to hopefully tens of thousands of people about why using the element token is the best way to buy gold and silver. Everybody, with things happening in the world, everybody's nervous. What's going to happen? I should own a little bit of gold and silver, which all of you should. You own a little bit of gold and silver, great. But you should be buying element token out of the market, then going into the elmt.store, buying that gold and silver, because then after the fact, we send you 5% back in ELMT. So that 5% you get back, what if the token ever took off someday? That's fantastic. Then now you're getting your gold at an even steeper discount, but you're going to get 5% off, okay? Only we can do that. Why? Because we have billions of element tokens that we can use to help people. Why do we want to do this? Because the gold and silver that we use is ethically certified, because we are trying to let people know about what element is doing. We need to shout from the rooftops about the element story, about the problems that exist in the mining world, about the child labor, the slave labor, the absolute environmental destruction that's happening. And how are we going to do that? By giving away gold and by selling gold cheaper than you can buy it almost anywhere on Earth. That's our plan for token utility. So this update today is all about token utility. The first project will be live in our marketplace in a matter of days. And whoever's buying these carbon credits has to use the ELMT token. Gold and silver, we're letting the world know. You buy gold and silver at a 5% discount using the ELMT token, and now we can spread this to the world. These are things that most of the world can interact with. All these big Fortune 500 companies, all these people that need to buy carbon credits, great. That's our B2B. We're gonna be live on that soon. Now for the masses. How do we get the masses involved? That's where the real token utility happens. And surveys show that most people in the United States think that owning gold and silver is a good idea. A lot of them just can't afford it. So why don't we discount it? And we, the company, Element United, will give the discount to those people that use the ELMT token to buy gold and silver. So two really big things that we are going live with. You'll see this promotion for the gold, 1 gold and 10 silver coins coming up. I think Friday, we're going to release this. So get it out to your network. Everybody make your own guess. Tag 2 people, heck, tag 50 people. Let them know, because over the next 5 weeks during this promotion, we'll be putting out videos. We'll be maybe increasing the prize, or maybe adding to it, doing other things to really engage with all those new eyeballs that we're about to have to our website and to the Element community. So exciting things. We hope to reach out and have some influencers also working on this. So we're about to go to the masses, and we'll do it, judiciously. We're going to do it. We're not going to try to, run before we walk. But these are the things that we're excited to announce this week. Again, it's been a long time coming for some of the stuff we're working on. Some of the things that we're going to announce over the next few weeks have been in the works for a long time. And so we've been telling people, man, we got a lot of stuff in the works, and then they don't hear anything. Man, big things are cooking, then they don't hear anything. Well, these are the things that we're working on, and we hope to announce things every other week or so that are big, that are exciting, that are bold, and that are going to increase token utility and let the world know about Element United. That's what we need. The problems that exist in the world of mining affect everybody, and everybody contributes to that by having a phone or a computer, anything that relies on materials that are mined. We are all part of the problem. Now let's show the world how we can be part of the solution and get them using that token. The more token utility, the better things are for the token. So everything that we do has token interaction, and we appreciate you guys. Again, what we first need to do is get more people on this call. Thousands of people own nodes and are part of this community. If we can't get our own community going and excited, then how do we expect the world to join in? So let everybody know. I'll be communicating with the Connect groups to make sure they know when our community call is. If any of you guys listening to this are in Connect, let your whole team know. We need to have as many people on these calls as possible. Now, I get it. It's the beginning of the year. We haven't had a lot of big announcements lately, but things are picking up steam in a very big way. There's a lot of stuff happening in the community as well. Several community members are working on cool things for the token. I don't discuss those things because it has nothing to do with me. And so I won't even discuss it here, but you should know that there are other members out there. Maybe some of you guys who are on this call are some of those members working on very cool things with this token to help get it going, to liquidity pools and market making, all that stuff that's left to the community. Again, not to Element United, the company. So very cool things. I think that's the last of my slide. I always end with this slide. I'm on the left, Element United. That's me. I work on these products. Our whole team does. And then you guys are on the right. And you have certain abilities, things you can do. So go do them. Go out there and do it. Preach Element United to the world. Let them know the fun things that were happening. And yeah, so I think that's all I've got. Let me see if any other questions have come in. Allie, I don't have anything else. And so Allie, Paul, Amy, anybody else from the Element team, if you're on here and have anything to say, go ahead and jump in. But if not, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping on. I believe this recording will get posted. It'll get posted, I think, on YouTube and wherever else we post it, right, Paul? I'm not sure where we post these things. But yeah, so that's it for this week. Stay tuned for the next 2 weeks. We'll have some more very cool things, and start to notice, you'll start to see our social media is going to start to grow, because hopefully the people that come in and try to win this will follow us on social media as well. I think we'll probably make that one of the requirements, but start to see movement and excitement and things happening within the Element United community. So, all right, guys, giveaways. Let's see. Allie's telling me. Yeah, the giveaway news will be announced on all of our social media channels. Contest entries will be accepted on Instagram. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Short and sweet. We're going to end it there. A nice 20 minutes. And make sure 2 weeks from today, we got to make sure we get, let's try to get a few hundred people on this call. We'll do a quick recap of what we're doing, because we'll be in the middle. We'll give reports on the gold giveaway, because we'll be 2 weeks into it. We'll let you know how it's going, how many people are following, how many people are guessing, and we'll whip everybody up into a frenzy over this. So thanks a lot, and we'll go ahead and end it there. Thanks, guys.